Come on into the room, be coachable, teachable, trainable, and post your city and state where you may be catching this live from on today. I greatly appreciate it. Brand Master Martina, Britt, Yelverton. And today, in this month of April, we're going to be discussing Start Where You Are with regards to your brand. So right now, a lot of you may be in these internet streets and you may literally not realize that you already have a brand. So on yesterday, we discussed that you already have a brand, you're not using it. And today we're actually discussing that your brand already exists, but it's time to inventory it. Thank you, Baltimore, Maryland, for checking in. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, George, for checking in. Thank you so much to each and every one of you that are actually catching this live on today. You already have a brand. You just may not be using it. So today, I challenge you to check in, grab your favorite pen and your favorite pad, and take some notes on how you can actually get this done. We're jumping right into the content. And the first thing people need to understand is why most people overlook their most powerful brand assets, and it's your story. We're going to discuss the 5 areas that every brand builder should be using to inventory what they currently have in place even before they begin drafting and creating content. We're also going to discuss some of these invisible wins that you guys are overlooking, right? And we're going to learn you, teach you, I know, how to turn what you have into what other people want. So if you have no earthly idea what I'm talking about, then pay very, very close attention. It is important that you get this information, right? So here on today 2, we are back talking about Start Where You Are this week. And I'm going to show you how to find your brand's power and what's already around you. It's in what's already around you. It's in what you're already saying, Laura. It's in what you're already doing, JC. It's in what you're already doing, right? And if you don't have time to jot this down right now, if you don't have time right now to catch this information, then I suggest before this weekend, you go ahead and come into the free BrandYOU community. Why? Because we have follow-up Fridays now. Typically, it was Watch Me Work Wednesdays, but for some reason, you guys can't get these things done during the week, right? So we're going to actually do this on Friday evenings. We're actually going to do some check-in, some inventory. We're going to do some real work, Brianna. We're going to come into a space where you guys are available to get a downloadable checklist each and every Friday so you can make some use of your time over the weekend, okay? We're actually going to put it in your hand. This week's Flow Through Friday is going to be a brand inventory checklist. And you guys are actually going to be able to inventory your own brands so that you can move forward in what you need to do to enhance, update. I don't know if you need to start, but I'm trying to tell you the reason that you need to do a brand inventory is because you are sitting on your stories. You are sitting on your screenshots. You're sitting on your skill sets. You're sitting on your lessons, your tools. You are sitting on your experience that you currently have right now that you literally could turn that inventory into content, right? But you're not using it. A brand inventory isn't about buying anything. It is literally about listing out everything that you already have in place, everything that you've already done, everything that you already have, right? You're actually going to use this inventory all month long to create posts, captions, offers. You're going to put this content out here so that you can get through the awareness phase with a different strategy right now, okay? Patricia, I promise you this is for you. Rose, this is for you. Take the opportunity to go through that, okay? So let's talk about the 5 brand inventory categories that I want you guys to pay attention to today. Number 1 is your story. You have overcome and figured out something that your audience needs to hear about, right? Number 2 is your skills. You have learned yourself something, right? You have learned something and you have taught people something. What do people come to you for help? What are they asking you for, right? Those are your skills. And somewhere along the way, in number 3, you have taken some screenshots. You have some proof. You have some social proof. You have some testimonies. You have some messages in your phone from something that you have helped someone overcome, get through. You have proof of that. That is content. Number 4, you have your tools. You have your phone. You have software, you have your voice, you have your value, you have your vision, you have methods or frameworks that you use daily. And that is something that someone else needs. Stop gatekeeping that information, put the value out there, share it. And I promise you, the people who need that will come to you. You guys know the mission here, and that is to actually help you get your assets in order so that you can attract people that need what it is that you have. And one of the ways you can do that is look at some of them screenshots, look at some of them tools. All right. But more importantly than those four is number 5, your time. When are you realistically available to create? Right? All day long in everything that you do. People don't want to see the polished you. People want to see the profitable you, the prospering you, the you that's going through a process. That's what they want to see. They don't want to see the polished. They don't want to see the perfection, even though we know there's really no such thing as perfection. They don't want to see all of that. They want to see the transparent you that they can actually relate to so that they can understand your journey, relate to it, and they will be attracted to you. You guys know I may be sitting here branded from the bottom up, but from the bottom down, we got a house dress on. Right? We're on live, making sure that we don't take the time to become polished, Emily. We're not trying to be perfect for you guys. All right, James, we're trying to give you this information so that you can move forward in what it is that you need to do. Right? So what does this unlock for you? When you take the opportunity to go through that, what does looking at these 5 brand categories unlock for you? Right? It will unlock at least 10 at minimum. Okay. And that's just me being nice. 10 content creation ideas that you can move forward, and you don't even really have to plan those 10 because it's something that you do naturally. It's something that you do organically, right? It also unlocks the availability for you to have social proof that you can actually start sharing immediately, right? It gives you confidence that you actually do have something of value, right? And it also gives you a clear connection between yourself, your real you, right, and your brand, right? So some of you may be thinking, I don't know. Let's jump right into these objections that you guys have, so we can reframe that. So one of the things that you may be saying is, I don't have any results yet. You're here. Hello, welcome to your first result. You're here. But seriously, you have stories and lessons, and those are actually more relatable than your results. You're here. Something that you're doing is working. You're still holding your head up. You're still above water, right? You're here. That is a result that someone wants to know how, with everything that we have currently going on in this economy, how are you making it through that? What are you doing to get up out that bed every day? What are you doing to move through your day every day? I'm not an expert. Well, praise God, we don't have to be experts. We just got to be us, right? Your experience will make you credible. You just haven't packaged it yet. You just haven't, like I said yesterday, you haven't claimed it, right? You haven't figured it out. You haven't reframed it so that people can actually get it, right? And you may be also saying, hey, you hit the nail on the head a few moments ago. And number 5, I just don't have time. That's why we're calling this month of April to start where you are. That's why we start with what's already done, what's already been used, what you're already saying, not creating something new yet. Start where you are with what you have right now, because what you're doing right now, Key, what you're doing right now, Charlie, people need that right now. So if you take the opportunity, and as I finally got a minute to come together on yesterday and do a little bit of trolling on the good old internet, I actually scrolled across my good friend's post, and what it said from 4 years ago, mind you, repurposing content, hashtag repurposing content. Y'all know I love to do that. It said, this is my Roth year in education. I read it as Roth year, right? Because that's what the font does. But this is my 10th year in education. This is my 10th year as a proud member of SG This is my 10th year as a graduate of NCA&T. I have my own business. I own my own house. I have assets. I have investments. I am super proud of me. I continue to be relentless. Y'all should know from that hashtag relentless who I'm talking about. I continue to grow. And I continue to be the person I never had. Sometimes you have to look at your own accomplishments and see how far you have come to force yourself to keep going. That's a bar, right? She is looking at her accomplishments and what she has already done to continue to propel herself forward. That's my girl, Stephanie J. Sanders. Right? Founder and CEO of Cultivated Minds Enterprises. Sometimes you have to take your own self inventory and look at what you already have and utilize that to help someone else. So someone else may have heard that and they may be wondering, wow, 10 years in a sorority, how did you do that? They may be wondering 10 years, in teaching in this current climate, teaching, go girl, right? They may be wondering, how is it at the age that she was at the time? I would want to say it was around 30, 27 to 30. How are you $100,000 out of student loan debt? How do you own your own house? How are you the primary caregiver of your mom? How are you doing these things where you own a business, where you are a teacher, where you are an author, where you are a speaker, where you are doing all of these things? How? Someone wants to know how. That's content from 4 years ago that was just posted a day or so ago. And she's still doing it, still on her grind, still making things happen, even though the world is crumbling around all of us. People need to see that and know that so that they can keep moving forward, right? You can use what you already have to propel yourself forward into your next level as long as you package it. Like I said, it already exists. Now let's inventory so that we can make it better. All right. So again, on this Friday, inside of the BrandYOU community, the free BrandYOU community at learnleadandlevelup.com, you can go over there, you can register, you can get your own access point, get your own membership inside of that group. I'm trying to find my thing so I can scroll it across the screen for you guys who are watching it. There we go. And yes, there's a conflict today. We will not be in after office hours today. However, when I see people who come into the room, I do pop on, even if I'm mobile, to help you guys to answer personal questions. We do this each and every day after we do the live training, right? We do this each and every day to help you guys work through your burning business or brand questions, right? The question that I would love to ask you right now, as we begin to close and I give you some next steps, right? Which one of these inventory areas feels the easiest for you to start? Would you want to start with your screens, your screenshots? Would you want to start with your skill set? Would you want to start with your tools or your time? Or would you want to start with your story, right? Which one of these assets that you already have would you want to start with right now to begin to do an inventory of, right? We're going to dive deep when you get your download on Friday so that you can flow through this weekend and do your actual work, right? To inventory the brand that you already have in place. You've already got a brand. You're just not using it. So let's inventory it, right? So we can make adjustments and we can do what we need to do, right? If you literally can do this, if you can understand that you already have content, you just not collected and distributed it accurately, that if you use the brand inventory method that we're delivering on Friday, it will help you stop guessing and start posting. Okay. You don't need to create. You just need to curate what you already have. What's already true about you. Did you all catch that bar? You don't need to create. You just need to curate what you already have and put it out there because someone somewhere needs what it is that you have. Someone somewhere is waiting for you to do what you've been purposed and passionate to do so that they can see and hear from you and know that they can too, right? If you want to do that, if you are ready to literally build your brand with what's already in your hand, then that's why you need to come into the BrandYOU community. You can go to learnleadandlevelup.com, right? Go ahead and register, get your free account, and you can join us to learn how to utilize the brand that you already have. We're talking about startup branding right now. What you need to do is look and take an inventory of what you have and do a better job of packaging it, right now with what you already have. Okay. So if you'll do me that favor, you'll come and join us over in the BrandYOU community at learnleadandlevelup.com. Go ahead and get your free account. If you want to join us in the Zoom room for after office hours, when you get an opportunity to join us in the membership, what you're going to do, let's see if I can get that up on the screen. You're actually going to come into your membership, and up here in the events tab, showing you guys here that can see this over on YouTube, you're going to click on today's date, and the link will be there for you to join us in the after office hours, the Zoom room, for you to ask your burning brand or business questions. I appreciate your time on today. I hope you have found some sense of value in this little 15 minutes that we have spent today. But please take a breath, woo-saw, and realize you already have a brand. You're just not using it. So now we need to take an inventory of it so you can figure out what you can start putting out, posting right now for that someone who needs to know how you're doing what you're doing, how you did what you did, how you're getting through this current climate. That is important. If I were you, I would join us in the community. I would get this additional information. And again, I would join us definitely on Friday for Follow Through Friday so that you can get your downloadable checklist, the brand inventory, and we can move the needle in your business. Thank you guys for your time on today. I greatly appreciate it. Hey y'all, hey, Brandmaster Martina Britt Yelverton here, updating you about our daily live training and follow-up live open office hours. Join me every Tuesday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live actionable lessons on building your brand from scratch. We'll cover everything from tools, strategies, and systems like Canva, StreamYard, Go High Level, AI technology, and more, to include the exact steps to take you from confused to confident. And the best part is after each live stream, you can hop on Zoom with us to ask your questions and get personalized answers. Don't miss out. Mark your calendar and subscribe now to this YouTube channel. Join our free community, and I'll say it louder for the people in the back. If you want to learn, lead, and level up your automation in your MLM company, or as an entrepreneur who could possibly be struggling in your business, we not only have the solution, we also have the experts. Yes, this is your sign to join us. Our entire team is live each weekday. So if you snooze, you will lose. I said what I said. You heard what you heard. Now do what you now know you need to do to get your assets in order.